Hello students. So far we have seen some optical phenomena as reflection, refraction, dispersion, etc. that occurs in mirrors, lenses and prism. On the basis of the principles of these phenomena, a large number of optical devices have been made like microscope, telescope, camera, binocular, etc. But the most important of all devices is the human eye, which is a natural optical device. So, first I will explain about the human eye, image formation in eye, various eye defects, and its correction. The human eye is spherical in shape with diameter of about 2.5 centimeter, having a slight bulge in front. And this bulged portion is covered by cornea, which is the clear or transparent front surface of the eye. You can see in the diagram, between the cornea and crystalline lens, there is a fluid called aqueous humor. Light is refracted slightly both by cornea and aqueous humor. There is a circular colored membrane called iris, which controls the amount of light reaching the back of the eye, adjusting the size of the pupil, that is aperture. The lens is located directly behind the pupil and focuses the light through a process called accommodation. It is held by ciliary muscles which alter the focal length of the lens. After that, the light reaches the retina passing through the vitreous humor which fills the space between the lens and retina. It actually helps in keeping the eye in shape. The retina is light sensitive inner lining of the back of the eye which converts the optical image into electronic signals that are transmitted to the brain through optic nerve. Retina consists of large number of rods and cones. These are light sensitive cells. Rods are sensitive to intensity of light while cones are sensitive to colors. There is a small region of retina called blind spot at the location of optic nerve. No image could be seen if formed at this spot. There is absence of rods and cones here, hence the spot is insensitive to light. The average refractive index of crystalline lens is 1.43 and that of aqueous humor and vitreous humor is 1.336. When we talk about any device, we think of its ability also. So, what is the ability of human eye? The ability to observe distinctly the objects situated at widely different distances from the eye is called the accommodation or accommodating power of the eye. This ability of eye is possible by changing the curvature of the crystalline lens by relaxing and contracting the ciliary muscle so that the focal length of the lens changes. In the diagram we can see when the object is at infinity, the ciliary muscle is relaxed so that the focal length of the lens is about 2.5 centimeter and hence the image is focused exactly at the retina. The most distant point which normal eye could see is called the far point of the eye and it is infinity for a normal eye. Now see in the second diagram, when object is very close to the eye, the ciliary muscle contracts to reduce the curvature of the lens and hence image is again focused on retina. The closest distance for which lens can focus light on retina is called the near point or least distance of distinct vision. For normal eye, this value is 25 centimeter. Let us now talk about the defects of eye. In general, there are four types of defects: myopia or short-sightedness, hypermetropia or long-sightedness, presbyopia, and astigmatism. We will see them one by one. In myopia or short-sightedness, the eye could see clearly the objects lying near it, but cannot see distinctly the far off objects. The far point shifts towards the eye. It is no longer infinity. Myopic eye focuses the light from infinity at a point ahead of retina that you can see in the diagram. The cause of this defect could be the larger size of the eyeball or smaller focal length of the lens in fully relaxed eye. For correction of myopic eye, concave lens of suitable focal length is used. As shown in the second diagram, the parallel rays of light from infinity after refraction through the concave lens appears to come from the actual far point F of the defective eye. Hence, image now focuses at retina and could be seen distinctly. In the second defect, that is hypermetropia or long-sightedness, eye could see the far off objects clearly but could not see nearby objects distinctly. The near point shifts away from the eye. It is no longer at 25 centimeter. Hypermetropic eye focuses the light from near point beyond retina that you can see in the first diagram. The cause of this defect may be the small size of the eyeball or the longer focal length of the lens in fully relaxed eye. For correction of hypermetropic eye, a convex lens of suitable focal length is used. Refer the second diagram. The rays coming from the near point N after refraction through convex lens appears to come from another point N dash, the near point of the defective eye, and hence the image is focused at retina. The third defect of eye is presbyopia, which is related to age. As the age increases, the strength of ciliary muscles decreases, and hence the power of accommodation of the eye also decreases. For correction of such eye, converging or convex lens is used for reading and some close work. Normally, bifocal lens is used in which upper half portion is diverging to see far off objects, while lower half is converging to see nearby objects clearly. The fourth type of defect is the astigmatism. Astigmatism is the defect of eye in which eye finds variations in the intensity of different portions of the image of an object. Like shown in the diagram, to a person having astigmatism, the intensity of different lines appear different. This defect is due to cornea having different curvature in different directions. For correction of such defect, cylindrical lenses are used, the axis of which is horizontal. Next, we will see the most simple device, that is simple microscope, commonly known as magnifying glass, which is used to observe magnified images of small objects, and you might have used it also. It is a simple converging or convex lens of small focal length. When the object is between the focal length and optical center of the lens, then a virtual and erect image of the object is formed at the least distance of distinct vision from the eye kept close to the lens. You can see in the diagram, object AB is between focal length F and optical center C. The virtual, erect and magnified image A'(B') is formed behind the object. Placing eye close to the lens, the magnified image A'(B') is seen at the distance of distinct vision. The magnifying power of any optical device gives idea about the efficiency of that device. The magnifying power is the ratio of angles subtended by the image and object on the eye when both are at the distance of distinct vision. That is, m is equal to beta by alpha, where angle A1CB' is equal to alpha and angle A dash C B dash is equal to beta. As angles alpha and beta are very small, therefore tan alpha could be taken as simply alpha and tan beta could be taken as beta. So that alpha is equal to A1 B dash by B dash C, which is equal to AB by B dash C, since A1 B dash is equal to AB. And beta is equal to A dash B dash by B dash C is equal to AB by BC. Now magnification, m is equal to beta by alpha, and substituting values of alpha and beta, we get m is equal to b dash c by bc, so that m is equal to minus v by minus u, or m is equal to v by u. Now modifying the length formula, 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f, as 1 minus v by u is equal to v by f, and replacing v by u with m, we get 1 minus m is equal to v by f, or m is equal to 1 minus v by f, or m is equal to 1 plus d by f, since v is equal to minus d, the least distance of distinct vision. The relation shows that the magnification is large if focal length of the lens is small. Magnification is maximum when the image is produced at the near point, and it is minimum when the image is at infinity. Well, students, you try to list up the uses of magnifying glass, which are many, until the next session, in which the compound microscope and telescope will be discussed.